Welcome back. We're with Chef Scott Heinen of the Tinderbox Kitchen here at the Season Kitchen in downtown Flagstaff. It's time for some main course vittles. What do you got for us here, Scott?
Well, what we got, Mitch, is one of our signature dishes. This is venison loin, and what we do is something we call a juniper-cured venison. I know a lot of people are maybe intimidated by game a little bit, but this is definitely one of our signature dishes. People that have it just go nuts for it. So I'm going to have you help me with this one a little bit. This is a loin from the leg. So it's not the most tender piece, so what we need to do is coax a little tenderness out of it. We're going to cut this into some medallions, and then I'm going to have you pound those medallions for 2 reasons. Okay. So we do 2-ounce medallions of the meat. So what we'll do is we'll just do a few of them. The restaurant, we'll put a little plastic so we don't have a mess on our hands. Have you ever done this?
I have never done this before.
So
this looks
I'll do one, and then
looks a little violent to me.
Well, you know, whoever comes in angry, this is their job for the day.
Like that. Okay.
So what we're going to do is, what we want to do is just pound these into what I call little paillards, very thin little medallions. So if you want to go ahead and...
My turn?
Yeah, get into it.
Trust me with one of these?
Go for it.
Okay.
I have a quick question.
Okay. Our NAU students, John and Katie. John, what's your question?
What does like cured really mean?
Well, we were talking about the duck comb fee, and curing means, I don't want to get too scientific, basically you're preserving something. What we're doing with this is, we call it a cure, but it's more or less just a kind of an intense seasoning in what we do on the venison. All right, so what we're going to do now, this is our cure mix, and this has juniper berries in it. Juniper berries, very pungent berry from the juniper tree. It's used to make gin in the distilling process of gin. So what we do is, it's very assertive. We mix it with a little ratio of kosher salt and brown sugar, and that's our mix. And you can still smell it in there. So what we're doing is we're seasoning the meat very simply with this cure mix. So what we do is put this on the plate. It's about like that.
Okay, both sides.
Yeah, both sides. We don't want to leave it too long because that would draw any moisture out of the meat.
How's that?
That's it. And then what we do is what we do is when we get an order for this at the restaurant, we'll throw a little bit of this cure on, let it sit for a few minutes. And then a little thing when you're grilling. I know a lot of people grill at home, and they think grilling is flopping things around on the grill continually.
Absolutely.
Leave it alone. Let it cook. Well, another signature dish of ours actually is these blue cheese grits that we make. And grits, for those who don't know, is it's corn, but it's been treated so that it puffs up.
Hominy.
It's hominy. It's dried ground hominy. So what we do is we make a little porridge out of it, which it's similar to polenta. Some people ask the difference between polenta and grits, same family. So anyway, what we have in here is some half and half. We use instant grits, and you know what? People love them. Yeah. And if it's not broken, don't fix it. So these have been on for about a minute. We're getting we're getting a little mark. I'm going to leave them for just another 30 seconds. We serve it with a little bit of balsamic dressed blackberries, a little blackberry salad. And some people may think that sounds odd, but if you take balsamic vinegar and reduce it, it gets really sweet and it gets a certain viscosity to it. So what we do is we dress blackberries with it. So what I have are those balsamic dressed blackberries. I'm just going to put a few in here. Real simply. Once again, I use my hands. I wash my hands 100 times a day, but that's how we do it. And then this kind of changes on the menu a little bit. I'm going to put a little parsley in there for some, herbaceous qualities. And then what I've been using lately is this upland cress. It's in the watercress family.
Interesting.
And anybody who ever's eaten watercress knows it has a real assertiveness, pepperiness to it, like arugula, if you will. So what we think is that kind of counters the sweetness of the grits, and I'll talk about the grits in one second.
You've got some fresh right there. This stuff's been pulled right out of the ground.
Real nice. That's it.
Perfect.
We're going to do a little truffle oil in there. So you can see these, they almost are blue. They look like they have blue cheese in it. A little blue cheese crumble to finish. Yep. And so a little bit, I already have added a little bit of butter. Okay. We're going to do our grits right on the plate. This is more of a family style presentation just because of the portion size of it. We don't need to use all of them.
Oh, look at that.
Just create a little space for the venison. And we're just going to plate this up just like that.
See, I think the guy with the hammer did a good job.
Yeah, I think you did. I think we did all right on that. And then real simply, we garnish it with this salad. And this is, we do a lot of rustic food at the restaurant. We just kind of strewn this around.
Oh, beautiful
something like
presentation.
that.
Nice color on top of that.
And then additionally, we'll do
truffle oil.
Truffle oil, and then I have a little more of that balsamic reduction that kind of acts as a sauce with the.
Oh, this is busy.
With the venison itself.
There's a lot happening on this plate.
That's it. And then if we like, which I don't have a ton of. But
We like. Do
little
it.
blue cheese.
Little extra blue cheese on the top.
Yep, and that's it.
Beautifully plated.
That is it.
Gorgeous entree from the Tinderbox Kitchen. Look at that. Again, I think the guy with the hammer was a key.
I'm getting
on this
hungry. I don't know about you. What time is it?
It's time to eat. All right, up next, a new wave now. T-Box Dessert Creamy Caramel, Popcorn, and Nuts.